Sister Wives Kids, Where Are They Now in 2026? Leon Brown, formerly known to longtime viewers as Mariah, was the only child of Mary Brown. Over the years, Leon has publicly shared their journey of identity, stepped away from regular filming, focused on a more private life. By 2026, Leon has largely maintained distance from the spotlight, appearing occasionally on social media but avoiding heavy involvement in reality TV drama. Their relationship with Mary has evolved, especially after Mary's separation from Cody. Fans often note how Leon carved an independent path separate from the family's polygamist identity. Logan Brown was often described as the third parent in the early seasons. Responsible, grounded, mature beyond his years. By 2026, Logan lives a private life, rarely appears on camera, focuses on career and marriage. He has intentionally distanced himself from reality TV, something fans largely respect. Maddie Brown Brush became one of the first Brown kids to marry and start a family. Now a mother of multiple children, Maddie has embraced family life. By 2026, she remains active on social media, shares family updates, maintains a complex but present relationship with her parents. Her journey from teen on reality TV to full-time mom has been one of the show's most visible transitions. Hunter Brown pursued higher education and a structured career path. Known for discipline and independence, Hunter largely stayed out of family drama. Garrison Brown, however, made headlines during COVID-era tensions with Cody. By 2026, family relationships have seen ups and downs. Some sibling bonds remain strong. Father-son dynamics have reportedly been strained at times. The pandemic years marked a turning point in many of these relationships. Gabriel Brown became a central figure during the family's public conflicts. His emotional conversations with Cody were some of the most talked-about scenes in later seasons. By 2026, Gabriel has focused on education and personal growth. Public appearances remain limited. Savannah Brown, once one of the youngest, is now a young adult navigating life beyond the family compound era. Aspen Brown Thompson chose a quieter path, stepping away from frequent filming. Meanwhile, Michael T. Brown Padrone has remained more vocal publicly. Michael T. married Tony Padrone, started a family, occasionally comments on family dynamics. By 2026, Michael T. continues to be one of the more outspoken siblings, often addressing fan speculation directly. Gwendolyn Brown became known for her candid social media presence. She's openly discussed family tensions, LGBTQ+ identity, behind-the-scenes experiences. Isabel Brown faced major health challenges during her scoliosis surgery storyline, a deeply emotional chapter. By 2026, Isabel is thriving post-surgery, living independently. And Truly Brown, once the youngest of Christine's kids, is now a teenager. Christine's departure from Cody significantly shifted the kids' daily dynamics. Dayton Brown, adopted by Cody, has maintained a relatively private life. Aurora Brown and Brianna Brown grew up largely under Robin's household structure. By 2026, they appear less frequently in public discussions. Their lives remain more protected from media scrutiny. The youngest Brown children, Solomon Brown and Oriella Brown, are now entering preteen and teen years. Unlike their older siblings, their upbringing has been shaped largely post-polygamy breakdown. Their future involvement in television remains uncertain. The Brown children grew up inside a social experiment broadcast to millions. But in 2026, their paths are wildly different. Some embrace privacy. Some speak openly. Some built families. Some built careers. Some rebuilt relationships. And at the center of it all remains the complicated legacy of Cody Brown and the four wives whose plural marriage ultimately unraveled. What's clear is this: the kids are no longer just sister wives' children. They are adults with independent voices. One of the most talked about aspects of Sister Wives in its later years wasn't plural marriage anymore. It was fatherhood. As tensions grew between the wives and Cody Brown, many viewers noticed fractures forming between Cody and several of his adult children. By 2026, some children reportedly maintain regular contact. Others appear more distant. A few have spoken publicly about strained communication. The pandemic years were especially pivotal. Disagreements over rules, loyalty, and respect created emotional divides that didn't disappear overnight. And as the kids became adults, something shifted. They were no longer simply following household structure. They were choosing their own boundaries. While parental relationships evolved, one thing became clear. The sibling bonds often remained powerful. Despite living in different states, pursuing different lifestyles, and sometimes having different views about their upbringing, many of the Brown siblings still visit each other, support each other publicly, celebrate milestones together. Several siblings have shared that growing up in a large family created lifelong loyalty, even when the marriage structure dissolved. In 2026, fans often see reunions posted online that show weddings, baby showers, holidays. The plural marriage may have fractured, but the sibling network appears to endure. One of the biggest questions fans have asked for years. Will any of the Brown children follow in their parents' footsteps? So far, most of the adult kids have chosen monogamy. Growing up inside polygamy gave them first-hand experience of its strengths, its complications, its emotional costs. By 2026, there's no strong indication that any of the older Brown children are actively pursuing plural marriage. Instead, many seem focused on traditional partnerships, career development, independent identity. The children who once defended polygamy passionately as teens now appear to have nuanced, sometimes critical perspectives. And that evolution has fascinated longtime viewers. Another major shift? Control over narrative. During early seasons of Sister Wives, producers shaped the storyline. Now, many of the adult kids control their own platforms. Some use social media to clarify rumors, share personal truths, monetize content, connect directly with fans. Others choose total privacy. By 2026, the Brown kids fall into two clear categories: public-facing and candid, quiet and intentionally off-camera. And that choice, visibility or privacy, has become a defining difference between siblings. When Christine Brown left Cody, it marked the beginning of the end of the original family structure. Then came separations involving Yanelle Brown and Mary Brown. By 2026, the family dynamic looks dramatically different from season 1. For the kids, this meant divided holidays, new step-parents and partners, changing household traditions, emotional realignment. Some children have publicly embraced their mother's independence. Others have stayed neutral. But one thing is undeniable. The breakup reshaped everything. With the show's future often debated, fans wonder, will the next chapter focus on the kids? Possibilities include a next-generation spin-off, wedding specials, Where Are They Now? Miniseries. Some of the adult children seem comfortable on camera. Others have firmly stepped away. If there is a continuation of the franchise, it may look less like plural marriage and more like a documentary about life after it. The Brown children started as part of an experiment. They grew up under bright lights, heavy expectations, and a very public family philosophy. Now in 2026, they are parents, college graduates, spouses,